Good morning, students. So in the previous class we have discussed, means previous not previous class, after previous class we have discussed the theorems of circles, all the theorems. So now here from today we will start the exercise, and today I will do 10.1, 10.2 and 10.3. After this then 10.4 is not in the syllabus, then we will start 10.5. Yes, okay, now see here. Let's start exercise 10.1. So what are the questions? See, first questions are fill in the blanks. The question is, the center of a circle lies in dash of the circle, exterior or interior. We know that, see, this circle or not. So the center always lies interior of the circle. So the first one answer is interior. Got it? Number 2. Number 2 is a point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than its radius lies on the dash of the circle. Okay, now see, a point whose distance from the center is more than, this is radius or not? It's more than the radius. Then the point lies inside the circle or outside the circle. That is exterior. Outside means here it is given as exterior, so exterior of the circle. Got it? Next, the longest chord of a circle is, you all know, that is diameter. Next one is, an arc is a dash when it ends at the ends of the diameter. Okay, now see, this is diameter. This arc is known as what? Semicircle, because both ends are on the edge of the semicircle. Next, segment of a circle is the region between an arc and the dash of the circle. Segment. Now see this one. This part is known as segment. So this is the portion between an arc and the chord. Yes. So segment of a circle is the region between an arc and dash of the circle. That is chord of a circle. Got it? Question number 6. Next, a circle divides the plane on which it lies in dash part. 3 part. Exterior, interior and on the circle. This is the exterior part, interior part, and this is the circumference is known as the on the circle. So that is 3 parts. Got it? So these are the fill in the blanks. The next is true false. Next is true false. Write the true or false out of following with suitable reason. Okay, reason doesn't matter, I'll explain reason. Now see, line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is the radius of the circle. Yes, that is true definition. True. Next one is, a circle has only finite number of equal chords. That is false, because in a circle there are infinite number of equal chords. Next, if a circle is divided into 3 equal circles, then each is a major arc. Now see, a circle, if a circle is divided into 3 equal circles, if a circle is divided into 3 equal circles, then each is a major arc. No, that is false. Next one is, a chord of a circle which is twice as long as radius is diameter of the circle. Yes, true. Next 5. Sector is the region between the chord of a circle and its corresponding arc. No, sector is the region between the arc, chord, not chord, radius and the arc. Next, a circle is a plane figure. Yes, true, by definition. So these are the answers of exercise 10.1. So note this one. Then next I will start exercise 10.2. Done. Now we start exercise 10.2. So I have to take a syllabus also, whether 10.3 is in the syllabus or not, maybe not in the syllabus. So now in this class I will do 10.2, then in next class we start exercise 10.5. Okay, now see, prove that equal chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at the center. Okay, now first of all, what is congruent circle? Congruent circle means, congruent means equal or not. So here two circles are said to be congruent if the radius of two circles are equal. Simply, if the radius of two circles are equal, then the circles are considered as congruent circles. So here, what is given? Prove that equal chords of congruent circles. Okay, equal chords of congruent circles. So draw two congruent circles. Equal chord. Suppose AB and here CD. They are two equal chords. Center here O, here center O dash. Yes. So we will prove that equal chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles in the center. Okay, now here two circles, these two circles are congruent, and the chord AB and CD are also equal. So we will prove that these two equal chords of two congruent circles subtend equal angles in the center. Means we have to prove that AOB is equal to CO dash D. Let COR and C dash O dash comma R, yes, be two. We consider R as same because centers are different but both are congruent, so we can't consider R and R dash. If you consider R and R dash, the value of R and R dash may be different, but here it is mentioned that the two circles are congruent, so we have to consider a radius equal. So let COR and CO dash R be two congruent circles of equal chord AB and CD. To prove that, angle AOB is equal to angle A dash, sorry, CO dash D. So this is our target. We will prove that angle AOB is equal to angle CO dash D. Done. So now prove. Okay, in triangle AOB and triangle CO dash D. In triangle AOB and triangle CO dash D, OA equal O dash C, OB equal O dash D. Congruent circle. If two circles are congruent, then the radius also equal. So AB equals CD, which is given. Done. So therefore triangle AOB congruent triangle CO dash D by side. They are congruent because of side. So if they are congruent, then angle AOB is equal to angle CO dash D, that is CPC. Done. So this is our target. They prove that angle AOB equal to angle CO dash D. Done. This is the solution. Okay, now see, question number 2 is vice versa of this question. What is question number 2? Question number 2, prove that if two chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at the center, then the chords are equal. Okay, now here what is given? See, in question number 1 and question number 2, in both the question, it is mentioned that the circles are congruent, so radius are equal. That is the first thing. Second thing, in this question, what is given that the chords AB and CD they are equal. If the chords are equal, then they subtend equal angles at the center. So this is the question of 1. And what is question number 2? First thing same, that the circles are congruent, so radius are equal. Then if these two chords, it is not given that the chords are equal, but what is given, the converse of this one, that given that these two chords subtend equal angles at the center. Means this one is given, angle AOB equal to angle CO dash D. Then we have to prove that AB equal to CD. So the converse of this question. So first thing same, see question number 2, what is the difference? Let COR and CO dash R be two congruent circle of chord AB and CD. It is not given. It is given that angle AOB equal to angle CO dash D. That is the given thing. Then to prove that AB equal to CD. That is the question. Now in triangle this and this same, they are same. But instead of this, instead of AB equal to CD, we will mention that angle AOB equal to angle CO dash D. That is given. So this congruent is by side angle side. Side angle side. Here side angle side. So they are congruent by side angle side. Then here AB equal to CD, CPC. That is the difference. Rest of same. Just we will prove that instead of this is given. We will prove that AB equal to CD. So this is the different thing in the question 1 and question number 2. Got it? So we did 10.1 and 10.2. These simple questions. Now in the next class we'll skip 10.3 and 10.4 because I have to check whether they are in the syllabus or not. Yes. Now in the next class I am going to start 10.5. So in 10.5 we will use the maximum theorem, sir. Yes. Okay. So thank you. Bye bye. In the next class we'll start 10.5. Bye.